How's it going, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video, and we have some more data downloads happening on the Japanese version of the game, and I don't know what they are trying to set up here, but basically tomorrow every single 40% attack and defensive boost support unit is going to be released. Well, technically on Friday we are going to get the physical ones back, but the point is that they have released every single one for every single type, and they have also given a Dokkan Awakening to some of the barbershop units, which is very, very good. It's definitely going to help out the free-to-play side a ton. And one of the reasons why is because their leader skills are on par with the god leads. Okay, some of the god leads, and of course I'm going to be going over that in a few moments. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day as always, and if you do enjoy today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new. And again, shout out to the Dokkan subreddit for some of the translations as always, but for the most part, I'm kind of just doing, not my own ones, but I'm kind of going over them in my own way, because I'm basically comparing the global version and the Japanese side when it comes to the links, because again they haven't been fully translated just yet. So if we quickly go down here, we have a bit of information regarding their super attack mechanics and how they've been changed. So it should be around here. Okay, so at Super Attack 10, they get additional abilities. So let's start off with Great Saiyaman. He gets a 30% attack boost when he super attacks. So let's move on to the newer card, or the card that is going to Dokkan. This is what he is currently looking like. And his leader skill, okay. This man's leader skill is on par with Super Vegito. So definitely going to be helping out the free-to-play side a bunch. Granted, it's not going to make up for the fact that you don't have a Super Vegito or a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. But you can have other units in your team that are definitely going to help you out a bunch. And then, of course, you can go ahead and take a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta friend. So, for the most part, your team should be fine. Especially if you have a ton of optimal units. However, you may struggle slightly if you don't have that additional unit that can hit super hard. Like an additional Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, of course. And like I said, his super attack does cause supreme damage. I'm pretty certain that's what it is. And if we quickly move over to the global card, his super attack does in fact cause supreme damage. So in terms of damage, he's going to be hitting relatively hard, but of course his main use is to be a support unit. And if I quickly have a look at his passive, this is what his card looked like before. And for the most part, his link set did stay the same. He has Brainiacs, Z Fighters Patrol, Hero over Justice, Signature Pose, Shocking Speed, and then of course the link that they added, quickly get rid of this, the link that they added was Shattering the Limit. So unfortunately not a fierce battle unit, but to be honest it's not too bad, because again his main use is to be a support unit, and he is going to give a 30% attack and defensive boost. This is definitely important. That 30% attack and defensive boost is a super high chance, so it's not guaranteed. The key is guaranteed, but this 30% attack and defensive boost is just a super high chance, and that applies for every single unit that we are going to be taking a look at today. So keep that in mind. The key is guaranteed, but the boost that he gives is a super high chance, which is still pretty damn good, don't get me wrong. But of course it would have been better if it was guaranteed, but it definitely is a step up from what the cards were like before. But he's going to fit pretty damn well on a mono agility team. Honestly, I have seen a lot of people just run like 3 hard hitters and then just 2 or 3 support units, because the boost that they give is just, well, so big to warrant running a support unit over another unit that can just hit hard, if that makes any sense. So the majority of the time you're going to be running Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Vegito, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and then you could run 3 support units, but to be honest, it may actually be more beneficial for you to run Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, just because he does link up super well with the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and the boost that he gives that Goku is just, like, I would say it's more than equivalent to a boost that a support unit like Gohan would give, if not equivalent to. But you get where I'm coming from, right? It's worth running the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta over that support unit if you do in fact want to run a particular setup. But overall, he's a pretty damn good unit. That 2 key that is guaranteed is great. The super high chance is still pretty damn good. I think it's like a 75% chance, so the majority of the time it is going to go off. And even when it doesn't, at least he does give the key, and he has Shocking Speed as well, so he is going to be fitting pretty well on that mono agility team. But moving on to the next one, we have your boy Dabura, and again he has that leader skill which gives the free key to in types, as well as a 70% stats boost, so super good. Causes the supreme damage. And if we quickly move over to the Dokkan subreddit, at super attack 10 he super attacks at 9 keys, so he can super attack early, which is nice of course. And if you are one of the very few people that's use Kid Buu, or manage to use Kid Buu once in a while, he is going to be fitting pretty damn well on that team. And look at how high that health stat is. And if we quickly move over to the global version, of course, so supreme damage, He has Brutal Beatdown, which is now a percentage link over on the Japanese version of the game. Loyalty, Master of Magic, Margin, Resurrection Plan, Nightmare, Fear, and Faith. So his link set is absolutely incredible for that particular team. I didn't actually realize how good his link set is for that particular team. And I should probably get his max stats up. Not that it matters anyway. But Fear and Faith, super common link on that particular team. Granted, Kid Buu doesn't have it, but Buhan does. Nightmare, great attack link. Margin, Resurrection Plan, Master of Magic. So several attack links there that he is going to share with a few of the units over there. And of course, you have, like I said, Fear and Faith, which is going to share with Buhan and a few other units. You have Android 13 as well. It depends on what you run, but again, for the most part, he's going to be fitting pretty damn well on his team, and I'm liking what they did with these particular units, because they are actually making them usable on those particular teams if you don't have other great options. And like the Gohan, he is guaranteed to give that 2 key boost, and he also gives that 30% attack and defense, which is a super high chance. And one thing I will say is that he can somewhat raise his super attack easier than the others, because you can just get so many super rares and rare versions of this guy. So if you want to go ahead and do that, definitely go, ahead and do that. But I'll try my very best to showcase them on their respective teams if I ever have the chance, because they cost a ton on the Japanese version. But moving on to the next one, we have Krillin in Piccolo's clothes, and again, same leader skill for tech types. He gives a free key and a 70% attack boost, or stat boost rather. He super attacks early as well, so he super attacks at 9 key. And of course, if we move on to his link set, I think this is the one that is going to struggle likely when it comes to that particular link set. For one, he isn't the Saiyan, he isn't a villain, so he most likely, well, yeah, he definitely isn't a villain, so he's not going to have any of those villain links. So I think he may have the weakest link set here actually. So we have Krillin, again, supreme damage. He has experienced fighters, Z fighters, turtle school, courage, best buddies, rival duo. So I think that he is most likely going to have the hardest time fitting into that particular tech team, and one of the reasons why is just because link set isn't that great. Granted, he isn't there for that link set, he's there for the key and the boost that he provides, but when he isn't providing that key, well, he's going to be providing the key like 100% of the time, but when he isn't providing that boost, what else is he doing, you know what I mean? It's just like, I would rather run a different support unit like Vegito. You have Tien as well, and I believe there is one more I can't think of off the top of my head, but there is definitely at least one more support unit that could potentially be better than Piccolo. Oh, that's right, the Tech Super Saiyan Goku from the World Tournament is also a better option, just because he is a Super Saiyan for one. He just fits much better in that particular team. Again, it depends on what you have in your box in particular, but in terms of his link set, he doesn't fit too well, and I just hit my mic there by mistake. So yeah, the point is, in comparison to some of the others in terms of link sets, he is a bit of a downgrade, but he is still a good unit, of course. And I have to say, I kind of like this art, even though it's kind of plain. Moving on to the next one, we have Nappa, and very interesting card to give a particular link to. And of course, I would imagine that the majority of you know what that link is. If, well, I suppose it's not too far-fetched, but if we quickly move on to the Super Attack 10 effect, he gets a 30% attack boost upon super attacking. And if we quickly move on to his card, supreme damage, same way erase, brutal beatdown, toughest nails, berserker, over 9,000, shocking speed, and then of course he has that rebuff link as well. And keep in mind that every single unit here does have the rebuff link, of course. For shocking speed for physical is a very interesting link, because now on the global version you do have Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku who has shocking speed, but for the most part that's it. That is it. I mean, you do have units like Ultimate Gohan, the Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman, but the majority of the time, you aren't exactly going to be running those units. You are most likely going to be running a more over-in-a-flash / prepared for battle oriented team. Granted, it does depend on what you have in your box. So, he is kind of in the same position as Krillin, but his link set is definitely a step up. And of course, he is a pretty damn good unit overall. And if we move on to the last unit now, we have Master Roshi, and I will say that his link set for this particular team is definitely pretty good, especially when you run him with other units. And if we quickly go over here, he gets a 30% attack boost upon super attacking, and quickly go over here. So he causes supreme damage, he gets... Well, he has the World Tournament Champion Link, Turtle School, Kamehameha, Supreme Mario, Over in a Flash, in Fighters. So Over in a Flash is a somewhat common link. you can run Super Saiyan God Goku, Super Gogeta, who is definitely going to have that link on your team. You have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta as well. So there are a few units in there that do have that particular link. I am not going to say that it's optimal, but it definitely is a usable link on that particular team. And of course, if Super Saiyan God Goku or some of the other units eventually Dokkan Awaken, then of course they will, you know, fit much better on that particular team. But for the most part, I think that every single one of these units is definitely going to be a great addition to your team if you don't have any options. If you don't have any of the God leads for a particular type, again, these are very good options, and I'm going to try my very best to get my hands on a few of these just to show them off to you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. As always, let me know which one is your favorite. Personally, I'm going to have to go Master Roshi and Gohan just because I like their arts and just how well they fit on the particular teams. And to be fair, Dabura is actually a pretty damn good unit. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below which one is your favorite. I hope you guys have a great day as always, and I will see you all in the next one.